Well, it's a $42 million legacy project aiming to keep the culture and history of Duluth alive. The Duluth Armory is set to receive millions of dollars from the state to help achieve that goal. Northern News Now's Laura Lee joins us in studio with details on the improvements you can expect to see. Laura?
The Duluth Armory has been a fixture in the city for more than 100 years. What started as a military training facility in 1915 eventually became an entertainment event space. And now, with $4.5 million from the state's bonding bill, the Armory plans to renovate and restore the historic Arts and Music Center. The Armory has partnered with Sherman Associates to rehabilitate the building and make it a community-centered space. The vision includes a large-scale community food hall, an after-school music program for students, as well as a North Country exhibit showcasing history in the Armory with a look back at entertainers like Johnny Cash, Patsy Cline, Buddy Holly, and Bob Dylan.
Our community really, needs places to gather. As we get through the pandemic, we see how important gathering is to the community. And so that's what we see the Armory becoming. It always functioned in its day as a gathering place.
It will also include space for artist studios, a restored stage, and a ballroom for events. The money comes at a perfect time as the community celebrates Bob Dylan's birthday week. The Armory originally requested $7.5 million from the state, again receiving about half of that. Money, the executive director says, will help close the gap with funding and keep businesses local. The first two tenants to sign on include Warrior Brewing Company and Love Creamery. Back to you.
Thank you, Laura. There will be repairs on the outside of the Armory through the summer. Construction is slated to start next spring, with the newly renovated Armory expected to open to the public in 2025. To learn about the Legacy Project and how to volunteer or donate, we have a link on our website, northernnewsnow.com.